So, like I said, our test is on Friday. The test is out of 50. There's 50 points. 25 of those points are sitting right in front of you. You guys see this note sheet right here?
Yeah.
That's half the test is this right here. Obviously, the transformations will be different. The numbers will be different. Everything like that. But if you cannot do what we're going to do in today's notes, you will not do well on the test. Okay? This is half of the test grade. So even if you ace everything else, but bomb this, it's still going to be an F. This is really, really important, okay? Because what this shows is that you understand each of the three transformations. You understand how important labeling your points are, labeling your triangles is, being precise, knowing how to write the rules, and identifying coordinates. It's literally everything we've talked about this unit, all put into one, right? So the first thing we're going to do is graph the pre-image. Just like our warm-up, I'm going to graph the pre-image. Let's see what color. I'll do it in this color. All right. Point A is at 3, 2. 3, 2. There's point A. Point B is at 10, 2. 10, 2. There's B. And point C is at 10, 6. There's point C. Good morning, Phaedra. What I'm going to do right now, before you connect those dots, is I'm going to get you all a ruler.
Yay.
Because I don't want some janky, wobbly lines on the test. I want to see nice straight lines. So once you get a ruler, go ahead and connect those dots together. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Don't let it happen.
I would give it to you.
No, I let you punch me this morning.
I want to see nice straight lines. No wobbly lines. Nice straight lines only. Yeah, straight lines only, please.
I'm still alive.
Why did that just remind me of
Looks
that
great.
guy from
Looks good. Label your points, A, B, and C. Looks great.
Oh,
I don't know what always happens to your guys' desk, but it's kind of annoying.
bro, that's what happened.
But, yeah.
That's not straight. Right?
Okay,
well,
straight.
fix it.
Good. Label all the points.
No, I'm
Straight line, that's why you have rulers.
Stop hitting me.
I don't think it's
Turn this way.
There's the points. Good. Good.
I don't think
All right, there's our pre-image. Okay, leave that alone. What am I going to put inside of triangle ABC, you guys? A1. Okay, everybody with me?
Yes.
Now I'm going to go through this table. I'm going to perform each transformation. I'm going to write the rule if it's asking me to write the rule, and I'm going to jot down all the coordinates. Now, like I said with rotations, we didn't learn the rules because I'm just going to give them to you to make life easier. But let's rotate this 90 degrees counterclockwise around the origin. Grab your slide, place it over your triangle and your origin. Obviously, you don't just put it in the middle, because then we won't get a chance to trace points C and B, right? So bring it up over here. Make a plus to your A, your B, and your C. Counterclockwise means we're turning over to the left or to the right? Counterclockwise to the left, which is that way. So I'm going to turn this guy. What quadrant should I end up in?
2.
Quadrant 2. Boom. Okay. There's point A prime. that rotation look all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks excellent.
Now, inevitably, some of you will unfortunately lose your slides before Friday. Okay? If you lose your slide before Friday, here is how you can do the rotation. For some of you that keep your slides nice and safe, this might actually be an easier way of doing it. Take a look. My rule tells me I'm going to flip the sign of my y value and bring it to the front. So look at point A. Point A is 3, 2. What's my y value in 3, 2?
-2.
Okay, I'm going to ask that again. What is my y value in the point 3, 2? 2. Thank you. I know you said 2. 2. If I flip the sign of 2, it becomes what? -2. And then I just have to bring it to the front. -2, comma, my original x value, which was 3. So A prime should be at -2, 3. Is that the point that we graphed with our slide, -2, 3?
Yeah.
Yes. For B prime, I just got to flip my 2 and bring it to the front, -2. Keep 10 the same, but bring it to the back. C prime, I'm going to flip 6 and bring it to the front. And bring my 10 right to the back. And those 3 points should line up exactly with where we made our hold on. Those 3 points should line up exactly with where we made our triangle using our slides. Yes?
Isn't the rule the y first and then x? And then
Yeah, what did I do?
you put the x first and then y.
So in this point, what's the x? 3 or 2?
3.
3? Okay, so according to this rule, that 3 should be put in the back, and that's exactly what I did. Right? B and C both have x values of 10. According to the rule, I should keep those the same and put them in the back, and that's exactly what I did. Which is why I don't teach the rule, because it gets confusing when it's, -y. You think, oh, I'm not even going to explain it. If you don't get the rule, pretend I didn't say anything. Just keep using your slide, because you guys know how to use your slides. Great question. Thank you for that. Triangle 1 no longer exists. I'm going to use triangle 2 and reflect it across the x-axis. That's going to give me triangle number 3. Does anyone know what the rule is when reflecting across the x-axis? Close. If I flip over the x, I got to change the sign of my x or my y? My y. X, -y. Okay? So again, I can make my life easier by using this rule. All my x values from the previous points stay the same. -2, -2, -6 turns to -2, -2, -6. Right? I'm not looking at the original points. I'm looking at my most recent points. But all my y values flip signs. 3 becomes -3. 10 becomes -10. And 10 becomes -10. Now, instead of doing all the counting and reflecting on the graph, I can just plot those 3 points, and that gives me triangle number 3. Again, you don't have to do it that way. If that way does not make sense, then pretend I didn't explain it. I'm sure some of us are looking for an easier way to do this, which is why I wanted to bring it up. Okay? We plot those 3 points, they look like this. -2, -3 is A double prime. -2, -10 is B double prime. And -6, -10 is C double prime. I'm going to use my ruler to make some nice straight lines. What am I going to put inside this orange triangle?
3.
The number 3. So I started here, I rotated, I flipped it, now I'm going to slide it. Now this is nice. It tells me exactly where I need to slide it. 10 units to the right, 2 units up. I don't have to decipher the rule and figure out what direction I'm going. It tells me the exact direction I need to go. 10 units to the right and 2 units up. How could I write that algebraic rule. It's going to be x something something comma y something something. What's going to go after the x, Vanessa?
Plus 10.
Plus 10. Why'd you do a plus there?
Because right is a positive.
That's right. Exactly. Right is a positive x movement, so x plus 10. What's going to go after the y? Plus 2. Up is also a positive movement. We have notes on all of this, right? So I'm going to take these orange points. I'm not going to look at my green or my purple points because they don't exist anymore. I'm only looking at these orange points. I'm going to count 10 to the right and 2 spaces up. 10 to the right, 2 spaces up for A triple prime. 10 to the right, 2 spaces up for B triple prime. 10 to the right, 2 spaces up for C triple prime. Once again, using my ruler, I'm making some nice straight lines, connecting all my triple prime points together, and throwing now a 4 in the middle. So this should be very precise, very clean. We should be very careful. We should be taking our time with this. Okay, some of you really need to take your time to make it not super duper sloppy so I can read it. What are my coordinates going to be for A triple prime, this new red point here? Sure. 8, negative 1. What about B triple prime?
8.
8, negative 8. And C triple prime? 4, negative 8. Right? If you compare these orange coordinates to these red coordinates, I took all my x values and I added 10 to them. Negative 2 plus 10 is 8. Negative 6 plus 10 is 4. I took all my y coordinates and added 2. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8. So the way we learned it in our notes is to graphically make all of these happen. But in theory, you could just use the rules to get all your coordinates and then plot all those points and label them. It's up to you how you want to do it. I don't care either way. As long as all 12, is that 12? 3 times 4? Yeah, all 12 of your points are labeled correctly. All 4 of your triangles are labeled correctly. And your lines are nice and straight. That's the most important part. All right? As well as the rules and the coordinates. It's a lot. But like I said, this right here is half the test. That took us about 14 minutes going through it together. So by the time we get some practice today and tomorrow, and then get to the actual test, hopefully the process doesn't take too long. But again, I do want you to take your time. All right? Questions I can answer about any of that?